Hello friends, welcome back. Here I am again, sneaking in one more video before the end of the year. It's a Beadbot, so gotta break out my big bag of beads, because I'm gonna need some big beads for this one. I'm making a DJ, and this is going to be a gift for my boyfriend. I have made lots of Beadbots for other people, and I have been negligent in making my boyfriend a Beadbot, so here we go. I'm just working with some armature wire here. It is very easy to shape. Armature wire is the best. Easy on the hands. It kind of looks like I've made a Beadbot with boobs, but they're gonna go away later, so don't get too excited. Not that you would be excited about a Beadbot with boobs. I don't know you. So yeah, I decided if he's gonna be a DJ, like what Beadbot DJ would not want extra arms, so I'm going for the 4-armed approach. I feel like the more arms the better when you're a DJ, because there's all those knobs and stuff that you gotta push. He's gonna have a synth, you'll see. I'll get there. I'm cheating here, but it's not really cheating because I can do whatever I want. I'm using polymer clay and I'm making claws. These are paws with claws. I'm gonna cook them. It's so much easier than doing super glue, although I still do super glue, so I don't know. But I wrote myself this note. There are no rules when making Beadbots. I decided like I can do whatever I want, so I'm just gonna use some clay, and I'm gonna use some tape, and I don't know. The new me, I guess. I'm breaking all the rules. What would Bill say? I don't know. Yeah, there's no rules. It's fine. These are game pieces. I don't remember what the game is called, but they're gonna be feet. And when I started off doing this, I thought I was gonna make this guy have a tail, and that's why I'm pointing to his butt for some reason. But things change. You'll see. It's an evolution when you build a Beadbot. You don't really know necessarily how it's going to turn out, unless I guess you're just like really clever, and I'm not that clever. So I always do a bit of rummaging through my crap bins to see what kind of shapes I have and what kind of weird stuff I can deploy. I thought maybe these picture frame holders could be teeth, but I didn't end up using them. But I did use this little pink Christmas ornament, and you'll see it's his like space helmet, but he's gonna be a cat, so he's gonna have some cat claws, paws and claws. Seed beads, sometimes they fit on this wire and sometimes they don't, so I have to reject some and then I throw them away because they're bad. But I did break out some super glue here. It has its uses, I'm just bad at it. So I try to limit my use of super glue. As you will see, I have a problem. Like I really glued this to myself, like in a very serious way. I was like pretty alarmed. I was like, oh god, what have I done? So I ended up like cutting the clay to get most of it off, and I spent the next 30 minutes just kind of like worrying at it and peeling it away, and it did come off, so it was not the end of the world, although I was pretty alarmed at first. But you know, I just never learn. It's one of those super glue lessons that I never learn. I always screw up somehow and glue myself to myself or to something else. It's just like one of those hazards of making a Beadbot, I guess. I use mostly hot glue to avoid these hazards, but sometimes you just need the super glue. And at this point, I'm just adding a little speaker that's going to be strapped to this guy's back. And that piece is from a toy truck, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it's like the front of the bulldozer or something, and then I just like made it look kind of speaker-like, because if you're a DJ and Beadbot, you can just carry your own speaker, and that's no big deal. This is like one of the perks of being a Beadbot DJ instead of like a regular DJ, is you can like strap your equipment to your body and it's like no big thing. And people don't think you're weird. I mean, they probably still think you're weird, but like for other reasons. It's an acceptable thing to do as a robot, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I have some keys that I got. I've got some game tokens. I'm using some EVA foam. I'm just trying to add some interest to this guy. Obviously, I didn't want him to have boobs, so nothing against boobs. He just, it's just not what I wanted. So he got kind of like a chest plate. And I'm just using a nail right now to make a little antenna that's gonna go on the back of this speaker for some reason, because I like antennas. I think they look cool. And he also got some Princess Leia buns because I had these cool beads and I thought they kind of look like headphones, like, you know, like a DJ would have some little headphones. So he's got some headphones, but they're like built into his head. So he's like really into his craft. He's purpose built. And this is just a tray of like, I think this is N scale train bits that I got at a model train show. Lots of cool little bits. This set was called the chimney set because it's mostly chimneys, but there's a lot of useful bits. You'd be surprised how cool chimney pieces are. So I got some good pieces to work on this little like backpack speaker thing. And that was fun. I've been looking forward to using those pieces. And he's getting a earring bracelet because when I think of DJs, I think of like maybe they have some like silly jewelry on. So this guy needed some silly jewelry also. And at this point, I decided to use foam clay and make pants. Because, so like one of the cardinal rules of beadbot making, which of course there are no rules, but one of the cardinal rules that does not exist is that you should make it not look like beads. Like you should conceal the fact that it's beads. And I just like had no ideas here. So I was like, what if I just like gave this guy some pants to hide the beads that are right there? And that's what I did. And it turned out that he got kind of like, that made what was his butt into his belly, and then he looked like he had a crop top, and it's great look. I'll let you guys decide, but I'm pretty happy with it. And I jacked his head into his own little speaker, and yeah, I'm really liking how he's turning out at this point. He's like pretty crazy. Still very beady. I went and tucked some, this is just like air dry clay, so you can just like tuck it in and kind of fill some voids. That's all I'm doing here, and it worked really well for that. I've been happy with this foam air dry clay. It's good stuff. And now I'm building a hardware synth, and that's just showing you what it looks like. They're really colorful and fun. Usually they have lots of like dials and buttons. I don't know if you already know what a hardware synth is. I'm telling you stuff you already know, but if you're not familiar, it's just like a thing that makes electronic music, and it has buttons and dials and oscillators and stuff like that on it. And it's electronic, and I can't explain how it works at all. Oscillators. So anyway, we'll get back to that, but now I'm just adding rivets to this guy. That's like one of those little details that you can add really easily, and to give him a little more interest. So it looks like he has been built by, I don't know, using bolts. And I left some claws. This guy's gonna be a cat. I don't know if I mentioned. Oh yeah, I said he was gonna have a tail. He didn't. He doesn't have a tail because that was his belly, not his butt. But anyways, this guy, he's gonna be a cat, so he needed to have some claws, and on the end of his paws, obviously. And I'm adding some EPA foam to kind of break up the beadiness, as one must do. And now I'm just sanding his belly for better paint adhesion, which is a thing that you also do. Sand your belly. Doesn't it look like he has a crop top? I just love his belly. It's so great. This is not what my boyfriend looks like, by the way. Like, it will be a gift to him, but it is not like a version of him. I don't want you guys to think that I mean, nothing wrong with having a belly. I have a belly. We all have bellies. Beadbots don't always have bellies, but this one does. So here's how the little synth is turning out. This was really fun to make. I just used some cereal box. It's like an erector set part from some old erector set I got in an estate sale. And I'm just using like acrylic paint markers to make it more colorful. And it's really cute. I love how this thing turned out. I wish I could have had it light up, but I'm like not that good. You know, somebody out there would like deploy an Arduino or something and make this thing flash and stuff, and I just don't have it. But I have some cast off metal. It's actually from my boyfriend. That kind of looks like an oscilloscope readout there. And those buttons are from one of his synths, which is, it's a pocket operator. You'll see it later. So those knobs actually do turn, in case you were wondering. Not that that's like super important, but... And now it's time to paint this guy. I went very turquoise and green. And I started with like purples and blues, and then I decided I just wanted turquoise. So that's what I did. And some black and gray, I guess, but he's kind of limited. Just a couple accents, I think, look cool in the green. I just really like these colors, so a lot of my stuff, when I use these Vallejo paints, it just ends up being these colors because I just like these colors. Someday I'll branch out and do something like red. I don't know, it makes me kind of uncomfortable to think about. Gotta paint his little feet. There's like little tap shoes. I guess there's some controversy going on about Vallejo right now. I don't know what it is. Dan does mention it in his last video, and I have no idea what it is, and I could have looked it up, but I didn't. So I'm using their black wash, and I use their paint, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I hope it's not a bad controversy. Like, I hope they're not killing puppies or something. I remembered at this point that I forgot to dry brush, but then I decided, oh well, it was okay, because I like how this guy looks, and, you know, you don't always have to dry brush. It brings out highlights, but I forgot, so what are you gonna do? And now it's time to make him a cat, like more of a cat. This is inspired by Acid Cat, if you get that reference, I love you. He needs a little nose. I had to trim up his ears so they're like a little more balanced. He gets a little nose. I thought about using real cat whiskers, but I couldn't decide if that would be like creepy. What do you guys think? I don't know. Since if you didn't know, they run on spaghetti. They have wires, like they're all about wires going everywhere. So I needed to have some wires going to places, between places. I would have liked to have more wire colors, but it sucks painting wire. Don't enjoy painting wire. So these are the colors I have, and these are the colors I used. Need to get some other colors though. And now I'm making a base. You'll never see this part, but it's there. And I had an old CD, which is beautiful. Feeling pretty good about it. These are more erector set parts. They have their applications, you know? The legs on this synth are from a Connects set, in case you were wondering. And then I got some costume jewelry. and I use that to I'm trying to make like a big smiley face on the front of this thing because I think it will look cool. And there's kind of like a theme. There's like a smiling theme, which is nice. So here's how he's looking now. I needed this final touch. I had a cat bell. I don't know what this is from. It's just a tiny little plastic bell. So there you go. There's how he turned out. I made a song that is his song. Like, if he made a song, I might play it. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out in the final video, whether you guys get to hear it or not. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, this was really fun. It was definitely overdue. My boyfriend always watches my videos. He's super supportive of me. He's awesome, and I'm so appreciative of him. It's hard to build things for him because we're always sitting across from each other, but here's how it looks deployed in his synth wonderland over there. I think he fits right in. It looks pretty cool. Everything's all fired up. That's where the dials came from. It's a pocket operator. It's like a little $100 synth. Pretty fun. Good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Another fine Beadbot build brought to you by me. Have a great New Year.